All right, let's check in on the weather now with our Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling. Hello to you, Betsy, on this Saturday.
Hi there, Steph. Yeah, we've got a nice cool down that's been happening throughout the day today. And of course, that comes with a bit of a price. We had those wind gusts earlier, 66 miles per hour. That was the peak wind gust that was clocked at Fairport Harbor earlier today. 55 mile per hour wind gust in Cleveland, 52 mile per hour gust at Parma, Wickliffe, and a few other spots. Lorain and Akron Canton Airport both got 48 mile per hour wind gusts. There were several areas, matter of fact, much of the area that peaked at 40+ mile per hour wind gusts, including Mansfield and Fairview Park, also in Cuyahoga County. So a blustery day today, obviously, and those blustery winds really drive down the wind chills. We're going to see the wind speeds coming down, but the temperatures are also coming down. We'll bottom out in the 20s overnight tonight, and as the wind speeds continue to stay anywhere from 5 to 15, it means our wind chills will be in the teens to right around 20 degrees. So definitely chilly out there. And obviously we're starting off with the temperatures now that are in the 30s around the area, but our wind chills are still in the 20s. Note how much cooler it is in Mansfield than areas farther east. We have a clearing trend that is beginning to take place. I turned on the dark mode here of the satellite because sometimes you can really see some of the low level clouds, and that's what we have going on. But we're getting some breaks every now and then where we get these dark spots. That's actually a break in the overcast, and that is really going to start to pick up as we go west. Clearer skies are beginning to move in. The big picture shows that we've got the lake effect snows ongoing north of us, and look at the shift, how those winds are beginning to push that lake effect snow from more north-south to more west-east, and that shift is a sign that we are changing the overall dynamics of the atmosphere. And that is going to be taking place because of a big area of high pressure. So I think we're going to get to see lots of blue skies tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if we have some high thin clouds that pass by, but really it's areas out to the west that are getting inundated with storm after storm after storm after storm. And of course, when that happens to the west, eventually that begins to move off to the east, and we end up getting it. So we have a very busy forecast, breaking it down for you now in your National Designer hour by hour forecast. High pressure sitting right now over Missouri. You can see how the winds are all emanating from a single point, so that's high pressure. Watch how that high pressure pushes the rest of the rain off the east coast. Meanwhile, we have another cold front that's out to the west of us. We once again will be scooping up Gulf of Mexico moisture. This is a pattern that just will not let go. This is going to be our third round here, coming Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, and you can see how that rain begins to come in. The difference this time will be that we're not going to have a huge change in temperatures on the backside of that. We'll stay pretty steady in the temperature regime, but note how much blue is beginning to take over in the country. So as we go through this week, our forecast is rather ho-hum. It's not really anything that's overly impressive, but the trend west of us is for colder air to work its way in. And so long range forecast, probably that 10 to 15 day forecast, we are looking cooler. 40 tomorrow for us. It's not too bad for this time of the year. We've got lots of sunshine going on. Union Home Mortgage forecast shows you, yeah, we've got the 40s and maybe even 50 degrees by the time we hit Wednesday, but showery weather just kind of keeps rolling our way, and we're really not going to get any break from rain any single day until maybe next weekend at the earliest. That is when that cooler air begins to arrive.